Welcome to BoomTech. Today, we're talking about companies that are trying to beat SpaceX. But let's be real, beating Elon Musk at his own game is like trying to beat Usain Bolt in a race. It's not going to be easy. But these companies are trying their best, and who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us all. So get ready to blast off with us as we explore some of the most innovative space companies out there. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more out-of-this-world content from BoomTech. After the tragic loss of the Space Shuttle Columbia in 2003, the world watched and waited to see who would take up the mantle and push space exploration forward. Then, SpaceX entered the scene and made history in 2008 by launching their first orbital-class rocket with a paying customer. After this success, SpaceX kept coming up with new ideas and making their rockets better. In 2012, they launched the Dragon cargo spaceship. Fast forward to today, and they're still doing it. Their perseverance led to the creation of the powerful Falcon Heavy rocket. But the real game changer came when they made the first stage of their Falcon 9 rocket reusable, a feat that no other rocket had accomplished before. This opened up new ways to travel and explore space, and it also made it possible for SpaceX to get a human rating for their Crew Dragon spacecraft. With this, they sent American astronauts back into orbit 4 years before the untested Artemis system. But SpaceX isn't stopping there. They're now working on a revolutionary new rocket called Starship and its Super Heavy booster, which will be fully reusable. They have even developed an assembly line to manufacture it. And the best part? They've done all this for a fraction of the cost of other space programs, like the Space Launch System and Artemis. It is truly a remarkable achievement that could change the way we think about space exploration. Now, let's take a look at some companies that are trying to beat SpaceX. 1. Relativity Space. First of all, it's no secret that Elon Musk and SpaceX have been the leaders in the race to get humans to Mars. But now, it seems that they may have some competition from Relativity Space, a small startup created by a former SpaceX engineer. This company believes it can reach Mars in less than 2.5 years. That's a pretty bold claim, but if they're successful, it could open up a whole new era of space exploration and pave the way for other organizations to transport payloads to the Red Planet at reduced costs. However, while it's exciting to see new players entering the game, there are still plenty of reasons to be skeptical. For example, as we've seen in the past, some space companies have made grand claims about their plans to mine asteroids or colonize Mars, only to go out of business before ever achieving those goals. And even Elon Musk, who is known for his ambitious projections for SpaceX's next milestones, is not immune to this tendency. In fact, he said that Starship, which was called the Interplanetary Transport System at the time, would make its first unmanned trip to Mars by 2022. However, that date has already passed. So while it's certainly exciting to see new players in the space race, we'll have to wait and see if they can actually deliver on their lofty goals. 2. Blue Origin. Now let's talk about Blue Origin, a company founded by none other than Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. Blue Origin has been developing rocket technology since 2000, and in the past few years, the company has had several successful launches. What makes Blue Origin stand out is its focus on developing reusable rockets that can be used to send humans into space. In fact, Blue Origin's new Shepard rocket has already sent crew members on several successful suborbital test flights. But Blue Origin isn't stopping there. The company has ambitious plans for the future, and it's not just about sending humans into space. In 2021, Blue Origin announced a partnership with NASA to develop a lunar lander that could take humans back to the moon. This is a huge deal, as it could mark the first time humans have set foot on the moon since the Apollo missions in the 1960s and 70s. And the fact that NASA is working with Blue Origin shows how smart and capable the company is. What's exciting about Blue Origin's approach is that they're not just trying to get humans to space, they're focused on doing it in a sustainable way. Blue Origin is making space travel more affordable and less harmful to the environment by making rockets that can be used more than once. So while Blue Origin may not have sent humans into orbit just yet, the company is one to watch as it continues pushing the boundaries of space technology. 3. Virgin Galactic. Next up is Virgin Galactic, a company founded by British billionaire Richard Branson. Virgin Galactic is not your typical space company, as its focus is on space tourism. The idea is to give people the opportunity to experience what it's like to be an astronaut by taking them on suborbital flights. And it's not just a pipe dream. Virgin Galactic has already sold hundreds of tickets for their future flights. The VSS Unity spaceship from Virgin Galactic has had a number of successful test flights, including one in 2020 that took 2 pilots 51 miles up. That might not sound like much, but it's high enough to experience weightlessness and get a stunning view of the Earth from space. And for the lucky few who have already purchased tickets, it's an experience they'll never forget. But while Virgin Galactic's focus is on space tourism, the company has also expressed interest in other areas of space exploration. For example, they're looking into satellite launches and point-to-point travel. That's the idea of using spacecraft to transport people from one point on Earth to another in a matter of hours. It's an exciting concept that could revolutionize the way we think about air travel. 4. Boeing. Boeing. The company that brings us to the skies is also trying to conquer the final frontier. Boeing has been in the rocket business for a long time, and they have a wealth of experience under their belt. From the Space Shuttle program to other high-profile space projects, they have had their fair share of success in the industry, and now they have their sights set on the stars. Their latest project, the Starliner spacecraft, is designed to take humans to and from the International Space Station. Even though they've had some problems along the way, Boeing is still sure that they can compete with SpaceX in the future. After all, they have the resources and experience to back it up. And who knows, maybe one day we'll be flying with Boeing, not just here on Earth, but also up in the stars. 5. Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab is a company that's taking a slightly different approach to the space race. Instead of trying to beat SpaceX at its own game by developing massive reusable rockets, Rocket Lab is focused on developing smaller, more affordable rockets that can be used to launch small satellites into orbit. The company's Electron rocket has already worked well. It has sent payloads into space for NASA and the U.S. Department of Defense, among others. What's unique about Rocket Lab's approach is that it's focused on lowering the cost of launches rather than trying to achieve the same capabilities as SpaceX. In other words, rather than focusing solely on the big players in the space industry, Rocket Lab aims to make space more accessible to a broader range of customers. And the company's work is paying off. Its Electron rocket is much cheaper than other rockets on the market, and it already has a strong customer base. But Rocket Lab is not content to stop there. The company is now developing a larger rocket called Neutron, which will be capable of carrying larger payloads and competing with larger rockets like SpaceX's Falcon 9. A soon Rocket Lab can continue to develop affordable and reliable rockets. In that case, it could change the economics of the space industry and make space more accessible to more people. So while SpaceX may be the current leader of the private space race, Rocket Lab is proving that there's more than one way to succeed in the industry. And if Rocket Lab's plans for Neutron are anything to go by, the company is not content to simply be a minor player in the space industry. It's aiming for the stars. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed learning about these companies. If you have any thoughts or opinions about the companies we discussed or any others that you think should be included, let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos about space and technology.